Hello everybody and welcome along to another game of TDM, and this time I'm playing on Derail, but rather than rushing with my silenced cold-blooded class, I decided to go with an assault rifle and show you how I play this game when I spawn at the other end. So when I obviously jump in at the top end here, I tend to rush forward as best I can and jump into the warehouse. Obviously you'll see here, run straight through it, get my close combat weapon out in case there's a rusher from their team joining me in the middle. This is where you'd normally meet, on this stairwell. And then get myself down here, wait for their first guy to rush in, and get an easy kill. Now, I do set a claimer up here. It's normally more of a warning system than actually a sort of kill. But I see a flash grenade come in. It does get me, but not enough. And then pick up one, pick up two, and rush forward and grab the scavenger packs. So I've got my claymore set up on these stairs. I can see red dots over to the left near the warehouse that we spawned in, but I believe that obviously I'm looking for their spawn, looking for the snipers in the trees and things, but don't see anybody. So I move around. Now, more luck than skill, I think that their spawn switches into that warehouse, and so from this point on they basically just sort of get spawned right next to me for me to easily build my kill streaks. I see a couple in the warehouse, but I take the easy kill. Do sort of spawning outside, and then look back and sort of just start looking for the people running around. Now, there is a couple of guys outside. There's a couple of guys in the warehouse as well that I saw from the pred. Bringing arrows in the back as well. Starting to get shot out, so I move out of the way. Staying obviously at the windows and using the windows, but pulling back and away from them so that I can't get shot. Now, when I place a claymore in that doorway, because people often come around up the stairs really carefully, looking for the claymores, but when they get to the top of the stairs through the door, they're looking for people to shoot at, and they don't tend to notice it just in the doorway. Take a kill there from my own Harrier. Now I've got my payload ready, but because I know they're spawning in that big warehouse, I don't think air support is going to be very effective at the moment, so I'm hoping that because my team are pushing forward, that they will switch the spawn. And then one of my other teammates brings in a Harrier as well. So we've got a lot of air support now. Obviously I'm picking people off, getting the right angles, getting the good shots in. I think I had host for this match, so I was doing a lot of damage. And then there's a host migration here. And now this is the weirdest host migration I've ever experienced, because I'm 14-0. I really didn't want it to fail, but it sort of black screens me now for over a minute, so I'll skip that. And then it jumps back in, luckily, so I'm not sure what happens there. I think that gives me host now. Actually, I was wrong earlier, but I'm so glad that it actually brought the game back. But there was nearly a full minute of just black screen with nothing going on. So at this point, obviously I'm looking around still at the warehouse, but I'm hearing sort of silenced weapons behind me, so I spin around to have a look. Maybe they switched spawns or something, and eventually they do, but not before I get a few more kills from people spawning at the warehouse end. Obviously this is a really nice place to hold up. Normally I'd have a teammate or two. If I'm playing with someone else, they would obviously join me in the warehouse and we'd sort of hold it down together, but you can't. This just shows you can hold it down on your own. All I'm doing is stopping them getting to it by obviously knowing where their spawn is and shooting them before they can rush forward. Now they switch spawns here, so they're now out in the open. They're at that end of the map. There's very little cover at that end of the map, so now's a perfect time to bring in the payload. And basically I sort of now start looking that way and taking them down as often as I can. Now I see a guy sort of on the bridge, and rather than shooting at him because he just rushes around the corner, I chase back to the different windows see if I can get another angle, but he gets taken down, and my payload starts going to work. So I'm getting shot at, obviously, because they think I know where I am. I can see them, and I'm just throwing the rounds down to take them out. And I'll get one last kill before I absolutely run out of ammo from my ACR. And because I'm locked down in this building, the problem I've got is obviously I can't go and collect any more ammo. Think about going out here, I think about rushing out forward, maybe sort of going into the mix. Then I realised that there's only about 15 kills left in the game, and I'm on a flawless. I'm probably approaching 20 kills now, so obviously my PP2000 is like a mini UMP. It has surprisingly effective range, and I get quite a few really nice long range kills with it before the end of the game. So because we've obviously switched spawns, we're in the warehouse, they're in the open space, the payload is just absolutely tearing them apart, and I'm just sort of looking around trying to work out where they are spawning. And in a moment or two they start they switch spawns again, but they don't switch spawns to anywhere helpful for them. They switch spawns to that sort of electrical box area in the corner, and sort of start just popping out of there and sort of firing around, let me know where they are. There it is. And so I'm looking here, trying to get an angle on it. Just can't see it from that window. Just can't see it from that window. And see that guy obviously rush past the window, but my whole team's there looking at him. So I'm just again back looking to this corner, trying to get an angle on that electrical area. Fail to break the window again, and this time just fire some rounds down the length. And again, no tags. We've got one of my teammates is in that area, as you can see from the little mini map, and he's just tearing them apart. So he's done well there to stay alive. And again, my teammates sort of pushing together, pushing forward, sticking at this time to the middle of the map. Switches their spawn back into the warehouse again, and they start shooting down air support in the last 10 seconds of the game. I get a nice long range kill into the warehouse, and again just looking around, looking for them to spawn in. See where there's 2 kills left in the game. Now there's 1 kill left in the game. So I just think maybe I'll get a nice long range shot, maybe through one of the windows, throw a few rounds into each of the 2, but the sniper picks it off. So there you go, it's a different perspective on how to play Derail, a flawless 25-0, and a final kill cam here that demonstrates why I hate sniping, because you'll see here, it doesn't even come close to hitting him with his sniper rifle shot, and it takes him down. Right guys, cheers for watching, give us a rating, give us a comment, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye for now.